All right, so pretty stoked. I'm gonna water super glassy. I'm basically just running these two SeaDoos, make sure they're doing okay and keeping them running. It's one of the things that I noticed this year. I need to just run them every 2 weeks or so if I can out in the water. Here's what we look like. There's a couple other boats out on the water, but I think that they're up higher up from us. I did get Isella started. Kind of weird. So my neighbor, who doesn't know much about jet skis, thank you, Gene. It's okay because he just knows things. He knows a few things. Anyway, he's like, well, I mentioned to him that on Isella, I've got the speedometer gauge broke out of Isella. So on the gauge cluster, this one broke out, and here, I'll show you. And he said, well, maybe it's just something to do with a wire that's inside there, that when it broke out, it's not doing something. So I went back and I lifted this up, kind of shook it around a little bit, closed it, and it started. So maybe it was just something in there. Anyway, happy that Gene gave me that idea. I'm just gonna go out and ride these for a little bit, and that's about it. Hopefully they both start. Okay, that ran well. We get some water on the lens. Not too bad. Good running. Now let's just hope Izella does the same thing. Once again, we'll do a couple of tricks to see if we can get it started, but it should start. Get that on there. All right, one thing I can tell you is that Solas ran 44 miles an hour back there. Okay, let's make sure we got that turned off. So we had a top speed of 44. 44. Let's put you on record. And let's see. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Izella. she did make some noises. Let's see what's going on in here. She definitely has some kind of a noise. Let's see. I don't see any oil. Not a lot of water in there. Hopefully you can see what's going on down in there. So the noises she was making was on deceleration, and I'm just wondering if it's the rave valves. Feels cool. A little water coming out of the joints. Well, I'm going to say that was a successful test. I appreciate you coming along. We're going to be out here a little bit later so we can both ride them at the same time. Mrs. Smith and I are going to be out here a little bit later. So, all right. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. And subscribe to Mr. Smith Garage. Okay, so I think the last video or the clip before this was me getting both SeaDoos started, my 96 XPs, both of them started. Rode them around the lake for just a little bit, just to, you know, get the engines moving and pumping. And I was going to go back out that evening with Mrs. Smith, and it didn't work out. Isella, which I'm standing next to here, didn't start. So whatever the gremlin is in there, it still is not doing anything. So the last couple days, I kind of went out onto Facebook Marketplace and ended up finding another 96 XP. We'll show it to you right now. 96 XP, a pretty decent shape on the hull. I looked underneath, no major problems underneath the hull. So looking pretty decent. It is missing the grate in the back. So I ended up getting this for a decent price, and really all I was looking for was a good set of gauges with, you know, all the pieces that need to be in here. This is from a GSX, I think, but I just threw it in there. But all the wiring looks good in here. We're gonna pull that out. All the wiring looks good. I actually have another Dess Key down here. I don't know if you can see that right down here. I've got another Dess Key post, which I'm thinking, you know, on Isella it might be the post. It could be the fact that I don't have a speedometer gauge in there. And so this kind of matched all the criteria of what I was kind of looking for to see if I could make it work. And anyway, the guy had a couple of SeaDoo 787s, and so he threw this in because he was just trying to get rid of some stuff. So and it does spin. It looks like it's got a little bit of rust in there, not a lot though. It's got the rave valves, the manifold, the everything that you would need. The case looks good, no cracks that I could see in the case. And it also came with, he had a few other things, oops, I was able to get out of him. The exhaust pieces. It's got a VTS that looks like it's all intact. Wires are all intact for the VTS. All the wiring in here looks like it's all intact and where it needs to be. It's It's got a battery box. But it's got the drive shaft here. I do have a set of Mikuni carburetors down in that box that's there, or the intake box is there. So anyway, pretty excited. I got some parts. I don't think I'm gonna, oh, and it did have a jet pump as well. And speedometer dial looks like it's almost all there. So, you know, ended up with another one solely for parts that I think I might end up, after I get through what I need on it. I don't know. Oh, it's got some race, I think some race sponsons on it. Did I show you the sponsons? It's got some sponsons on there. Looks like they're a little bit adjustable. You can move them around versus my stock ones that I have. You know, there's always something new going on in here, so hopefully I can do something with a few of those things. It's always nice to have another engine core. I've got some parts from my engine that I blew out the balancer on and broke my case, so that's nice to have a good case there. And all the other parts, you know, I don't know if I'll end up selling them just to kind of make the money back that I got on this one, but we'll see. Because I don't really have a lot of space here. As you can see in Mr. Smith's garage, not a lot of space. So we'll see what becomes of it. And you know, I was going to start working on Jack, but hopefully I can get this Isella fixed really quick so that I can start working on Jack again. It's getting it's not close to winter time. It's fall right now, and fall in Northern California is still hot. Today it's a little smoky. There's smoke coming from somewhere. But I do thank you for watching. Anyway, just wanted to catch you up on why we didn't go out riding that night. And it's been a couple days now. And ended up with another XP 787. 96 XP. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, it's been a couple days. I really appreciate my new followers. I know this has been really scattered, but hey, let me just share with you. So, okay, SeaDoo, there's a couple things you'll see on prior clips. This is a couple days later. Anyway, I did go to the Big Island, right down here, Big Island, the other day. Got some shots of live lava for you. I used a couple different formats, like so I did some 4K and I did some, I don't know, 2.7K. I was trying to get some to be able to zoom on my GoPro, and finally figured it out. It was in the 2.7K or something. Anyway, so got a couple shots for you of some live lava over at the Kilauea eruption on some earlier clips, but I just got excited about a couple things here. So, you know about the SeaDoo. We've been having problems. Picked up this one. I think I showed you on a prior clip for parts, and ended up pulling out this. And in doing so, I think I may have figured out my problem. So on Isella, I put the new speedometer in there, right? Did my key, nothing changed. Still had the no 4 lights until after I pushed the button. But one of the things I was noticing as I was pulling that speedometer out of the other ski is that, let me just show you here, the wires that come out of the dash, I thought they all had different clip-ins. Okay, turns out the one that comes down from starter and speedometer have 2 clip-ins that are identical. One's brown and black, and one's blue and black striped. Blue and black stripe goes back to, I'm assuming, the speedometer. Oh, nope, that goes to the fuel tank. Okay, looks like fuel or oil. one of those sensors. Oh, it's oil. The brown and black, that one also goes to the back of the ski. Yep, goes to the back of the ski. So, but they're the same clip-ins. They're two clip-ins with male coming off of the speedometer, or off of the dash, and female into the hull. And I had them switched around. Probably in all of my chaos of, doing stuff, I swapped those two around. Which, the fact that the ski worked sometimes and didn't work other times, not quite sure why that is, but it did. And now, and this is not with just the speedometer, but now when I stick the key on, I get my 4 lights. So I really think that was the problem all along, as I just swapped some wires. So don't swap your wires. But I did get a ski. I've got an extra ski for parts. I got a speedometer on here. I don't know if it works or not, but I wonder if my no, my oil light will work now since I've got it hooked up. And maybe the speedometer will work because, I don't know. Anyway, I've got a speedometer spinner on that one too, so I could always use that one. Anyway, I do want to thank you for joining. Sorry for the craziness of these posts, but now that Isella is totally fixed because of a wire problem, we'll have to see when Mrs. Smith wants to go riding again. I'm ready to go. Just got to swap this other ski out for this ski on the trailer. We'll put that other ski in here and clean it up a little bit, pull some parts. Thanks for watching, and especially some of my new subscribers. I appreciate it. I'm getting closer and closer to that 100. One of the things that I've been telling my other folks that are watching is that I've got this old GoPro camera that I use, and so my plan is when I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to buy a newer GoPro. Well, hey, a new one just came on the market, I think, I don't know, like last week or something. So I'll probably get the newest one. See how that works, and I just appreciate those of you that are joining me. If you are not subscribing and you wouldn't mind subscribing, because it looks like I on my analytics, I have quite a few people that watch my videos but don't subscribe. And my subscribers, their views are not as much, but I appreciate your support. I know some of you are probably waiting until I get back to Jack. Now that I might have these SeaDoo problems fixed, that might be maybe the kick in the pants that I needed to get back working with Jack, because I really do want to get this thing up and running and going, so I can then start working on the body and the interior, and then actually maybe take it on some trips. So I have everything that I need to be able to get Jack back together, including some really cool parts that I'll share with you as I install. And I'm going to do some cool stuff to Jack. Jack's going to be a fun California emissions VW Vanagon air-cooled. So once again, thanks for joining. If you're just as excited as I am that Isella is running again, throw me a like, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks. Okay, in that last clip, I was pretty stoked. I figured I had it all settled, but 96 XP SeaDoo, you never have the electrical stuff all figured out. Never. I think I even videoed it working, and then I don't know, not 20 minutes later, I stick the key on there and nothing. It's like, I don't get this. So I kind of fiddled around with the plugs a little bit, and it seems like it works every once in a while and then it doesn't work every once in a while. So anyway, I decided I'm going to go with it that way that it is, and maybe put some more dielectric grease in some of the connections. Just they look like they all were clean and they had dielectric grease in there, but maybe they didn't have enough. So what I ended up doing is I ended up cleaning this one up. So went on with the power sprayer, just kind of cleaned most of the dirt up. This, you know, some of this stuff needs to be stripped out, but for sure I cleaned the inside out, and it looks actually really good. Pulled the wires out of here, got the VTS out of here, which the seller said was good. It looks like this electrical box is good. No fuses, but other than that, looks pretty decent. I'll have to check the wires and the continuity on the wires, but what else did I pull out of here? I got the Speedo and I put it on there. I did look on this, and the Speedo dial back here is good, so I'll pull that off. I was trying to pull jet pump off, but I couldn't get it. The blade actually looks pretty good in there. No big dings or problems that I can see, so we'll pull that off. Trying to think of what else. I mean, all these gauges I'll pull off, and front, this is actually in really nice shape. This is in amazing shape. Typically these don't look this good. Got a couple of grease spots here from cleaning it that I need to pull off, but that looks good. It's nice. It's got the caps on it. The hull is really nice, good shape. So I may end up just selling this as a hull. If somebody maybe had a crash on theirs and looking for a hull, but anyway, I guess the saga continues. I thought it was good, and then it wasn't. So if you've got some answers for me, go ahead and shoot them my way. Like I said, I don't get it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Mrs. Smith and I are going to go out and hit the lake tomorrow afternoon. This is late evening. I think it's Wednesday night. I don't even remember. Everything's kind of a mess here. I still need to get working on Jack. I know you guys are desperately waiting for me to work on Jack, and I will. I just trying to figure the SeaDoos out, because we still got, I don't know, a month and a half left of being able to ride if we want. So want to make sure that we can ride all the way through the end of this summer for us here in Northern California. Once again, thanks for joining me, and those of you that are subscribing, totally appreciate it. I think I'm at 85, 86, so I just need like 15 more to get that new camera. That is one of my goals. I figured I wouldn't buy a new camera until I hit that 100 mark. So if you haven't subscribed and you feel some compassion towards me, go ahead and subscribe. Mr. Smith's Garage, we love you. I want to show you what we're doing here on a weekly basis. So thanks for joining me.